from Souf in Jerash for, like I said, a very special show. And guys, as promised, we have an interview right now. And our second guest for this morning is Mr. Chirag Shah, project manager at Dar Nimeh. Thank you for joining us and thank you for being here so early.
Most welcome. Thank you for
Yeah.
thank you for having me on, and thank you for visiting us here in Dar Nimeh.
We had a little bit of a technical issue, but we're fine now. Can you tell us a little bit about the location that we are in right now?
So this is Dar Nimeh Jerash. It's part of the Princess Tagreed Institute for Development and Training, and we're in the north, where it's beautiful, it's green, it's colder.
It is.
It is significantly colder.
We actually got some messages on WhatsApp. Why is Khalid wearing a heavy jacket? It is a little bit colder than the capital.
Yeah. So welcome, and welcome to Dar Nimeh Jerash.
Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for having us here. And let's just dive right in. Can you tell us about the Princess Tagreed Institute and its vision?
Yes, so the Princess Tagreed Institute started in 2010 with the blessing of Princess Tagreed, and our general director, Dr. Agadir Joyhan, had a vision of, had a mission of protection of orphans, protection of women of all ages, protection of children, and protection of people with different abilities. And I can start from the beginning, where we started with orphans above the age of 18, and we provided them with, we protected them by providing them with an aftercare program. What this entailed was we provided them with training, with coaching, with life skills, so that when they walk into a room, they walk into a room just like everybody else. They walk into a room feeling that they're meant to be in that room just like everybody else. And we gave them the dignity and respect, and taught them that you have to earn respect. In life, you have to earn things. It doesn't just get given to you. And it was brilliant. These women are doing amazing things now. And from that, we started implementing the same thing with women of all ages across Jordan, where we started providing them with empowerment. We wanted to empower women of all ages. And through that, we were training them on different skills, from either vocational training or food processing, handcrafts, teaching them about their legal rights. We've had lots of supporters and donors who have helped us achieve this. And this led them to be able to be economically empowered. That through being directly employed with other organizations or other companies, and we did this obviously we did this all over Jordan. So women that would be employed directly by companies, they could be producing items per piece, and they could also set up their own businesses. And that's where something like Dar Nimeh comes in, where we bring in all of those three women that we've trained.
Wow,
Yeah,
you
that's
said
amazing.
something. Sorry, you said something very important. Economic empowerment.
Yes.
I believe this is one of the greatest gifts that you can ever give someone, for them to actually be able to be part of the economy, to contribute with whatever talent they have. Can you tell us a little bit about the various projects that you guys are?
Yes, and just to add to what you're saying, that we firmly believe it's not just empowering the person, but we believe that if you empower a woman, you have empowered the entire community around her. This is from her family to her neighbors to the village.
And I think there have been several studies that attest to the power of women to lift their entire communities. When you uplift women, they sort of pull the whole community with them.
Yes, and I mean, Dar Nimeh Jerash is a perfect example for it. Some of the vendors that we've trained who supply products to us, from our cheese to the olives, to the Magdous, these are all women. The Lebanese, all of this is women that we have trained, and now they've set up home-based businesses that we support by buying from them. And then when you come into our Dar Nimeh locations, you end up actually eating, trying their food, and in some of them you can actually buy their food. So sorry, you wanted to know
the various projects that you guys have. You touched on food, Is there anything else that you wanted to highlight as well?
So like I said, so we did do the protection of women, and from that we have our own productive projects that generate, income for our NGO. So our end goal is to be self-sustainable. So we have all of these projects that generate income to fund our NGO and the work that we do and the protection that we do. So we work with orphans above the age, I said with the aftercare above the age of 18, and now we went backwards and integrated it all the way to day one, so that we work with the orphanages from day one, so that when they eventually come to us in the aftercare program, our success will be even more. We start with going into the orphanages, supporting them. They're doing an amazing job, but we are there to support them, provide them with additional resources, additional support that they need. And we also do work on protection of children. So we have early childhood development programs. We had a Smile Caravan that went all around Jordan, and we tested about 30,000 children on on their development, and then we took that further to provide them with the support they needed to make sure that they're at the level they should be. And the last category of protection we have is for people with different abilities. So, people with autism, dyslexia, dyspraxia. So we have assessment centers all over the country. So not just in Amman, but we made it accessible. So people in Jerash, people in Ajloon, people in Safawi, people in Ghor, they can go to these areas and be assessed, and then we provide them with the right direction after that. These assessments, if they can afford it, there's a minimum fee, and if they can't afford it, we actually do it for free to make sure that nobody gets left behind, no matter what your ability is.
That's inclusion at its best.
Yeah, for sure. And by the way, I have to confess something. When we started planning this trip to come here, they started talking about Dar Nimeh, and the first thing I do is, let's Google where this location is, try to figure out how far it is. And that's when I saw there were several branches of Dar Nimeh all over Jordan. So can you tell us a bit more about Dar Nimeh specifically? How many branches do you have, and what is it all about?
Of course. So Dar Nimeh is an umbrella for home-based businesses. What I mean is, it's great to train people, but what do you do next with that? And so we started in 2019, where we had a Souk Nameh. If you guys know about it, it was in Wave Day, and we had women that we've trained all over Jordan come to our to the Souk Nameh, and they'd be able to sell their items. And from that, once it's winter, we had to close it. So we then started Dar Nimeh Wave Day, which was a brick and mortar place where they would supply us throughout the year, and we would support them by selling their items throughout the year. And then we have the restaurant, we have the gift shop, the event space. Then we expanded to Jabal al-Qala, Dar Nimeh at the Citadel. Then we came up to the north in Jerash. We're in Dar Nimeh Jerash. We have Dar Nimeh Ajloon. And then we also have, with the current situation, we wanted to make sure that we're self-sustainable. So we also started working with organizations and setting up cafeterias. So we have a cafeteria in Jordan, German Jordanian University in Jabal Aman in their campus. Jordan Kuwait Bank, we're operating the cafeteria there, and we're now also opening a cafeteria in Hussein Technical University, where we're now going further to now make sure that our locations are fully accessible. So even the people who work in our locations who have different abilities can work in our locations. So people, if are in a wheelchair, they can still make a coffee, prepare food. So making sure that we have inclusion for all abilities and women of all ages to be able to, again, it goes back to protection.
Yeah, and by the way, I noticed even the bathrooms here, you have, accessible bathrooms.
Yes.
So you guys really are pushing the message of inclusion and accessibility.
So I have a question for all of our listeners. What are the different ways that we can actually support Dar Nimeh? Is there any other way, or is it just they can come, enjoy the location, buy the products?
That's it. All right. It's all about doing things with dignity, and
Being
I don't
part
want
of that community.
I don't want you to come here and just hand me money. I want you to have an experience. That's what we focused on, and our ladies are amazing. I want you to come experience their stories, experience the culture, come to the north. It's very different to the south. It's very different to the east. In Amman, even when you go meet the ladies in Amman and you go meet our staff, you talk to them. have fun with them, interact with them,
with Dar Nimeh.
and just come have all the different experiences that we offer. We do different activities from block printing to olive picking to pickling to cooking experiences. You can use the locations to retreats for your organizations. Also, we have our own Dar Nimeh catering, which is another project within PTI. We have our own tailoring, so we have handcrafts that we produce. So organizations and people can actually buy, gifts and VIP gifts or giveaways.
Yeah.
And we have lots of people who support this. And it's again making sure that we keep with that message about dignity. You do things not for free. You do it with value, that you're a productive contributor to the economy, to the community, and that's what we've been teaching, and that's what we practice every day.
A win-win situation, as they
Exactly.
call it.
And how can people learn more about you? Websites, Instagram,
Yes,
social media?
Yes, so we're on social media. We're on Instagram. Dar Nimeh is on Instagram. The Princess Tagreed Institute is also, we have a handcrafts page also. We have our website for Dar Nimeh and the Princess Tagreed Institute.
Want to share with them the website?
Yes, so it's pti-joe.com
Okay.
and darnimeh.com. Kept it very simple.
Yeah,
Excellent.
right there. We're on the website right now. Okay, well, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Once again, that was Mr. Chirag Shah, the project manager at Dar Nimeh. And I just want to say one last thing. Just through our brief conversation right now, I can clearly see the passion that all of you guys have and where you started and where you are right now. Mashallah, that is a lot of growth, and I wish you guys all the best and onwards and upwards.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Once again, you can actually check them out on social media platforms. That's darnimeh.joe. So make sure you follow them on all social media platforms. Check out the website. And once again, thank you so much for being part of our morning.
And thank you guys for visiting. Thank you so much, and enjoy you're now starting in Jerash. Jerash is beautiful. You go up to Ajloon, it's also very beautiful. The north is very beautiful to me. My wife's from the north of Jordan.
Oh, there you go. That's
okay.
why.
All right.
Now we know. Once again, thank you so much. If you have any questions or if you want to know more about Dar Nimeh, you can always get in touch with us. WhatsApp 079 1043 104.